Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Teachnology. In this video, I'll tell you how to install Windows 10 operating system on your personal computer or laptop. To install this operating system, you need three things. First, Rufus software. I'm leaving the download link in the description box. You can download this software. Number two, Windows 10 ISO file 64-bit or 32-bit. You can download this ISO from Microsoft website. And lastly, an 8 GB or above pen drive. As I told you already, I have this application Rufus on my desktop. As you can see, I also have downloaded Windows 10 ISO file, and I have the pen drive attached to my laptop. Open this application. What you see here under device option is the pen drive that I have attached to this laptop, and the application asks you to select Windows 10 ISO image so that it can be copied onto the flash drive. But you cannot copy it the way you copy files. It must be copied with the boot sectors. That is why you need to select ISO image of the operating system. I have the operating system here. I am selecting it, Windows 10 operating system 64-bit. Leave the other options as they are, and then click start. When you click start, the application warns you that all the data on your pen drive will be lost. You just proceed to click OK. So it starts formatting the pen drive and copying the Windows 10 image file to the pen drive. The software is still copying Windows 10 ISO to the pen drive. Rufus is about to finish copying ISO image to the pen drive. The pen drive now becomes a bootable drive which can install an OS on your PC or laptop. So now the application tells you that we just created a media in NTFC partition, and that this USB drive is now a bootable one. Now let's close the application and see what really has happened to the pen drive. So this is the pen drive that I have used. This has become a bootable one now. Don't even don't do anything with the pen drive. If you remove or add some files to it, it will not boot and it will not install the OS. So leave it as it is, and now reboot the computer and let's see what happens. I have rebooted my laptop. To install OS from an USB drive, you need to make sure certain settings are properly set. You need to make sure the boot order, as you can see, should be first boot priority USB stored device, second boot priority CD DVD, third boot priority. If the settings are set like this, your PC or laptop checks first for USB to boot, then CD or DVD, and then the hard drive. During the normal time, when you don't have a bootable pen drive or a bootable DVD in the drive, it goes to boot from the hard drive. Different brands of laptops and personal computers have different boot options like this. So enter the setup utility and then look for boot priority options and set them as USB first, CD DVD next, hard drive as the third one. I have inserted the flash drive in my computer, and the next notification you will get is press any key to boot from USB. So press any key to boot from USB, and your system automatically boots from the USB drive where you have burned the ISO file of Windows 10. It takes some time to boot. Now it is starting to boot and install the OS for you. So this is the first screen that you get when you try to install. It asks you to select the language to install, time and currency format, and keyboard method. Simply click next. Now in the next window it asks you to install Windows. Setup is starting. Now you have to accept the licensing terms. Click next. This is the most important part of OS installation. It asks you whether you want to upgrade from Windows 7 or any other previous versions of Windows, or you want to install a fresh copy of Windows 7. I am taking custom because I don't want Windows 10 to be installed on Windows 7, because I want to format C drive and install a fresh copy of Windows 10. Now it shows the partitions that you have in your laptop or personal computer. There is always one partition that is reserved for system, so do not touch it. Then there is drive 0 partition 2, where my previous OS was installed. The other 3 and 4 partitions are not for installing this OS. So you have to format partition 2, that is C drive in your previous OS. So I am formatting it right now. The other options are extend, load driver, and delete. When you delete the partition automatically gets deleted, and you have to create another partition there. So that is for advanced users. Instead of that, let's go and format partition 2 where Windows 10 is installed. Now the primary partition is formatted. As you can see, the total size is 58.5 and free space is 58.4. Do not even try to touch the other partitions. Do not try to format them. If you do that, all the data in those partitions will be lost. And then select partition 2 to install Windows, and then click next. So Windows starts copying files and getting the installation done. Now it is installing some features, installing updates. Once it finishes installing updates, it will finish the installation setup and boot into the OS. You can click restart now. So this is the first screen that you get after fresh installation of the OS. You need to go ahead with installing drivers if you have in your hard drive.